Okay. Oh, there we go. Well, it's a good thing I decided to cool the room inside my office. So, not to say it's like smoldering hot, but it could have been worse. So, aside from that, it's great to see you guys. And we'll get started in a moment. But truth be told, I meant to do this on on Sunday. Hey, what's up, Patty? And of course, you're going to be in action today. But yeah, I intended to do this on Sunday, but I was a little out of it, and I was like, I needed some time to rest and recuperate. So I feel better for that, and it's a pleasure to have you on the show, as always. But we're getting close to the end of the season for the Super Bowl. I just need to get the pop out chat, and we'll start. But I also, oh, I'm so sorry about that, Mr. P. Then again, it's not like I knew that you were going to be uh, flying out, but nonetheless, I hope that the flight is you know that you have a safe flight and that you make it. So that much I will tell you. But I am going to tell you that you were picked up. Yes, you were picked up by none other than the Dallas Cowboys. So feel free to watch the replay. Uh, when you get to safety, obviously. And also hello to Spike and Tenumi Lagin. Okay, so now that we got all the setup done, I had to. This time I made sure or certain that those that are on the team are starting and are on the field. But let me check really quickly, Joshua. Unfortunately, not. But let me see. Let me check. Do I have you on the list? Yes, I have you on the list for next year. That would be something, though. Yeah, you got picked up, though. But yeah, sadly, I'm very sorry about that, Joshua. I mean, you could have been picked up, but it was a decision that was made by the others. But nonetheless, though, I still wish you nothing but the best for the following year, but also for the upcoming NHL season. So, like, once the Super Bowl's done, I can then focus my efforts on starting up that series again. Well, to be fair, yeah, it could be their loss. So, all right. So, with all that said, who wants to go first? And that's among those who are on the teams. Like, for example, so we have Spike Ryan, Patty Chase, and then and Mr. P among others. Places you recommend I should go in terms of what do you mean by that? Okay, I am Spike. Mm. You'll be in San Francisco. I mean, well, too bad I don't live in San Francisco. But if I did, I'd have said, "Hey, let's meet up at the pier or something like that." I don't know, but sadly I don't live there, so I can't even do that. Okay, I guess I'll have to choose myself. I'll give it one more minute. All right. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I appreciate it, Tanu, but sadly nobody picked you up. But sadly nobody picked you, and I was surprised that like nobody else picked you. Or among those that survived, they didn't pick you. And by they, I mean the general managers as a whole. But yeah, Tenu, if you ever decide to become a GM yourself, oh, and then for Patty, you got picked up by the Cowboys. You got picked up by the Cowboys, but at least you get to be with your son Xander Black. So yeah, he pulled some strings and put you on the team. So all right, I'll go with you first then, Miss Patty Chase. Now, of course, this one is going to be between the Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills, and the Bills have the home field advantage. Yep, you're with your son. Okay, so I got the Bills and the Cowboys. Okay. Oddly enough, this is a rematch of the Super Bowls in for the 92 and the 93 seasons. Very odd, but hey, it is what it is. All right, so this is a good opportunity for you guys to go get some snacks. And oh, let me see. Okay, thank you for the DM there, Tenu. I won't say what it is, but anyway. Uh, okay, so let me just let Mister Atticus know. So yeah, with a lot of players, it's going to take some time. So this is a good time to go get some snacks or go take a bathroom break. Okay, got that. And then Mister Damian Shelley. Okay, so I got Maddie, or rather, her brother through Maddie. And then same thing with Mike Wasson. Let me get him, or Leo Angel since he's right here. Okay, so I got Leo, and oh yeah, and then let me get Mr. Stargamer. Okay, got that. Sorry if I'm not talking very much. I'm just sending the messages. All right, now let me get Mr. Xander Black. And usually to do that, I got to go through his dad. So anyway. All right, so we got Xander. And then, of course, Spike Ryan's here, so I don't need to get him. And then Patty Chase is here, so then I need to get Blade Charge. Yep, there's Mr. Cornwell. Oh yeah, Mike Watson. How stupid of me. I forgot Mike Watson. Okay, got that. And then, of course, Mr. P said he had to go. And then, oh yeah, let me get Sly Cooper and then Jose Blanco, and then we're done. Okay, got that. Okay. And then Jose. Okay, now that we got that, now let's get started. So let's see. If I know Atticus, let's see what let's see what no, not that, not the playbooks. The uniforms, that's it. Let's see if the color black is available, or if Atticus is or any of the Buffalo Bills come in. That one's not bad. Ooh. Well, actually, that's not a bad color to have in contrast to the Cowboys. Yeah, I'll go with that. Red is your favorite color? Awesome. Let's see. And much like Atticus, he also likes black, but of course that's a juxtaposition when it comes to that of the Dallas Cowboys. All right, let's see. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, okay, this is perfect. And the reason why is because these were the outfits that they wore in the Super Bowl, and the team that they had to face was none other than the Buffalo Bills. So we'll go with that outfit. And with that said, without any further ado, may the best team win, and the team that wins go to the Super Bowl. Right, I still got to do one more thing. Thursday night. Yep. Okay. Yes, we'll go with that. All right. Good luck, guys. I gotta say, the Bills look good in red, I gotta say.
Please welcome your 2026 Buffalo Bills.
So yes, this is Thursday Night Football.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us.
Oh, not a problem there, Mr. Crimson Ninja, or Azriel. But of course, your boy is going to start with the ball, and of course, your boy Xander Black is going to start at the 26-yard line. And I got to say, he's a spitting image of his father. All right, so for the offensive players for... hang on.
How did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now first carry from the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Also, hello to Atticus Black. What?
Operating from the gun. Black.
Anyway, and a quick pass and a completion for 7 yards. But yes, great to see Atticus here.
Defensively, you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And,
oh, put the offense in a position where every series.
Nice catch there, although, someone's hurt.
When you do that.
Now we're going to get a stoppage.
Who's this?
A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll check on his status.
I can't see his name. His name is behind me. Hopefully we'll get an update as to who that was that...
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And another completion by Xander Black and a catch by George Pickens.
It's another first down.
1st and 10 and at the 35 past midfield.
A gain of 19 yards. First down.
Right now, Buffalo in a bit of trouble. They're going to have to start tightening up or find a way to... to gain a possession via a turnover.
First down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first year pass.
Also, hello to Sly Cooper Rocks, a.k.a. Sly Cooper.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass,
and Xander's going to run for it. Well, 7 yards on that.
Continue from there.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's.
Gotta say, Xander doing a great job reading the defenses.
Hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised as we just saw there.
Off the play fake.
Fakes the handoff.
Now he's going to step up
And it's going to run. Wow.
Maybe too good.
That was a really good run.
With his legs and a first down.
I don't know how Xander's doing this, but we have a 1st and goal at the 9.
With a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go.
Of course, the other two teams that will be facing off against each other will be division rivals, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. And Xander Black just got dropped. Terrell Bernard with that sack.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a
So that's the first real stop that they've gotten. Now they just have to continue it.
Work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there.
They're going to need a goal line stand. I mean, at this point, giving up a field goal would actually be good,
First down, a bit of a disaster,
considering how much Dallas was able to get first downs and make it as far as they have.
They'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, they'll get 3
on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
to Dallas. But now it's 3rd and goal at the 12.
Would feel very disappointing, but I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Xander! And he has to throw it away. Now 4th and goal. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to just kick it and take the points?
You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the offensive players. I was rudely interrupted. But before I do that, the punter/kicker is Patty Chase. And Patty, the kick is good by Patty.
Are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
All right, so Buffalo up next.
Aubrey to kick this away.
And taken all the way to the 28. Not bad. And, of course, leading the way is Josh Allen. So, as far as the offensive players for Buffalo include Atticus Black at wide receiver and Damian Shelley at offensive guard. Hey, what's up, Luigi and Lugia? As well as a new addition in Leo Angel at center. I mean, he goes from the New York Giants to Buffalo. And Cook is cooking, and this could be, I believe, well, finally forced out of bounds, but that was a great run. Oh, not what you wanted to see if you were Dallas. You didn't want to give up a big play like that.
Welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Yeah, it was.
1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. And then I'll get to the defensive incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But
so as far as the Cowboys on defense, you have at strong safety, Spike Ryan.
2nd and 10.
And then you have the linebacking core of Sly Cooper, Mr. P.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial.
And what else? Or who else?
One more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
And that's it.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing safe.
Very close to a touchdown.
Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to
Anyway, they get to the 7 on that last play by Cooks. I just noticed there's a Cooks, and then there's a Cooks the third. But I don't think they're related. I just think they have the same name.
That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered theirs. That throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now
Allen. Runs it! And Allen will do it himself. Number 17 with the run. I got to say that the addition of Leo Angel paid off, because now you have a center that can hold the fort. And then, of course, you have Allen with his athleticism score a touchdown himself.
Now Matt Prater for the point after.
Well, Buffalo takes the lead.
He's got it.
And it's 7-3. Okay. And then, okay, come on, cameraman. What are you doing? Oh, of course. I didn't even get a chance to mention the defensive players for Buffalo. So at linebacker for Buffalo, you have Mike Wasson, and at strong safety, Star Gamer.
Touchdown out is Prater to kick.
All right, Dallas. Ooh, nice play, but gets it to the 28.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced.
So I take it you're not a fan of the Cowboys.
Key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuff, Dan.
And of course, there's Cheyenne and Brenda. Of course, Spike is a defensive player, so for now, Spike is on the bench, but that's just because he's a defensive player. Another completion by Xander Black.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter.
On EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams.
And I saw Sean was not happy. Wait, Sean is a the?
No gain on the play there.
I think I meant to say that I saw that Sean was not happy. Yeah, no, yeah, of course he was not too happy with the result, but it was what it was. I didn't know that you were a big fan of. I wonder, are you his good friend? And I got to say, great job there by Xander Black. I mean, he almost got caught, but he manages to get a 1st down out of that. And of course, Xander saying, "Let's keep moving the chains." Well, he's doing it himself. That's what he's doing.
I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that
oh, it is you. Okay. Oh, I get it. You're talking in the third person. Although, wait a minute, Xander just got zapped. Daquan Jones showing us the dance, and he takes out Xander Black.
It's different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he scores,
Monty Mulshawn,
you get someone to tackle him.
And then let me see.
Certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Yeah, because I have you for next season, so you are set there, my friend. Another completion, and Now it's a 3rd and 8 past the midfield point at the 47-yard line.
For a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football.
Throws are smart birds.
Really nice target.
From the gun on 3rd down. Black.
And a completion. And Ferguson gets the... Not only does he get the completion, he gets a touchdown. And that's going to give the Dallas Cowboys the lead back. Oh, not a problem there, Sean.
You can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Well, it looks like this is going to be a very close game.
Extra point forthcoming.
All right, Patty Chase up next.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Hey, what's up, Carlos? And by the way, Carlos, you'll be in action in the next game. Okay, there's Jose Blanco, number 83, who is at tight end. Of course, he was picked up by Xander.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Then a catch, and gets it to the 26.
There, caught it to 26. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side
And,
can step
oh, a
up and
blitz.
assert its will over the other.
However, was able to get past him and get a first down. Wow. I got to say, the Cowboys went blitz, but, you know, credit to Allen. He was able to get rid of the ball quick enough, and then the guy that caught it was able to evade at least far enough to where he could get a first down, and he did.
And allow the play to be successful.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And a short pass to Kincaid. Now it's a 2nd and 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play.
Anyway, there you see Mr. P. That's another guy that was picked up.
When it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hey, there's Mr. Star Gamer. By the way, Starman, you are, well, you're on defense for the team of red, but it's great to see you, and I got to say, Star, I hope everything's going well, all things considering, my friend. Anyway, nice catch there by who else? Atticus Black. That's his name.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another
2-minute warning.
down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
But yes, the famous the famous Star Gamer is here.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And a run that results in a 1-yard gain. Yeah, one thing you don't want to do is tip your hand, and that's what happened.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets
I mean, great play there by Dallas to anticipate the run, and that's what happened.
Great job of scouting prior to the game.
I will say, like, out of character, I'm just going to tell you that, you know, all this past week, I just thought about you and, you know, and those around you, and I just hope that during this time that you've, well, I know that it's never going to be the same again, but I'd like to hope that you're in a better place than you were before, so I'll just leave it at that. And a completion and a first down. Nice catch there by Cooks. One thing you don't want to do if you're Dallas is let Cooks cook.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground.
And another. Ooh, that could have been bad. But instead, it's an incomplete completion. 2nd and 10. However, the clock does stop. So Buffalo still has all 3 timeouts to use if they should ever need to use them.
2nd and 10.
At the 32, 2nd and 10. 45 seconds left. Allen. Oh, wait, he kept his balance, and a first down, and a timeout finally used up.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
I'm not sure if you're a big fan of football, though, Mr. Stargamer, but I wanted to put you on the show. In the meantime, Josh Allen.
To the air, Allen.
Allen with a completion. And a completion and a first down.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Seems as if
Oh.
the passing attack starting to heat up a little bit here in the second
Oh, I get
quarter.
it. You want to challenge Mr. Griffin in the Blue Toad Wrestling Series. I get it. I get that. I mean, Griffin is the Bowser main, so you know he is cool like that.
Goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On play action, Allen.
Oh,
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So
2nd and 10.
On first, now 2nd and 10.
One timeout left over for Buffalo to use.
And again, it's Allen.
And a touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir with the catch.
And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And not a bad. I mean, that was a great play to have Kincaid as the decoy, having the opposing defense, having the opposing defense think that Buffalo was going to go to Kincaid, but instead it was Shakur
Prater on to add the extra point.
to catch that. And now Buffalo takes the lead. And the extra point is good. It's 14-10. Buffalo.
Long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
All right. And Dallas gets it to the 27.
The 27. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, so now Star Gamer now on the field as a strong safety.
Throwing to start the drive. Black able to hit his target.
Oh.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35.
Nice initial tackle, which managed to send the guy back, and then the follow-up helped put him away.
As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number
But yeah,
one.
get a good look at the Buffalo Stadium because, well, you know, next time we come back to Buffalo, we'll be in a dome.
2nd and 4. Operating from the gun.
And a completion.
Pickens on the slant.
Timeout.
Cowboys gonna use their
Timeout
second
Dallas.
timeout now.
12 seconds left.
Talk it over, we step aside.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Buffalo, I mean, for Buffalo, I mean, I could at least understand why. But Chicago, it's like...
He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson.
And that, okay, Ferguson, I'm not sure if he has the Charlie horse. But no, Chicago, like, it's sad, though, because...
And it'll be second in a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion.
Oh, Molina?
Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Let me see.
Really
oh, yeah, that's right.
How the defense
oh, no way, I'm sorry. I got the wrong one.
Great communication. And as he
oh, so you want Molina to... Whoa!
There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Okay, so you want... So you want Molina to take over.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick
and last time we had, last time we established the Madden series, Xander was in charge of the Falcons.
So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Are just going to be players. Well, if there's enough room for Andromeda as well as you and your dad to go along with you and your dad, sure. But yes, I had you initially as the GM for the Falcons, but then somebody else took the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I can transfer the ownership to Molina nonetheless.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get
but as for the Ravens,
the second half is underway.
Now, as for the Ravens, I have it at Ezra, but I can transfer it over to Andromeda as well. Same thing with Andromeda, of course.
This offense looks like they have a little extra.
So I'll change it.
Let
me change it.
Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now
because I had Ezra, but if you want to transfer it to Andromeda, you're more than welcome to. All right, let me put Molina instead for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he powers his way past the 30. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
But yeah, just let me know if you want Ezra or Andromeda. Either way is fine. Atticus. In the meantime, hands off the ball, and they get a minimal gain. 3rd and 4.
The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Okay, I got you. Andromeda. Okay, gotcha. Although I have a feeling that it'll happen just because there are some people that I haven't seen in a long time. So it's possible that I can get Andromeda and Molina in as well. So.
That was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now
fakes the handoff. A first down. All right. Well, but again, I will consider my options before I do that, Mr. Xander Black. I will consider it, my friend. Back to the game. Buffalo looking to add to the lead. Oh, of course, Mr. Xander.
From the gun, it's again to Cook.
And Cook gets 4 yards. Not much, but it'll keep it going. Yeah, same thing with Matt Storm. I haven't seen him either. I haven't seen Matt Storm. Let's see who else we haven't seen. I haven't seen Mario Party Brandon, although, to be fair, I haven't had too many opportunities to feature him. Same thing with Cherry Moy. Who else?
Be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And I believe that's about it, actually.
On 3rd and 6.
Well, I've seen a little bit of Brooklyn Joker, but Leo, yeah, that's another story altogether, though. I haven't seen Leo, honestly. I haven't. Like I said, I've seen Joker, so there's that. But and then for LD, well, although to be fair, in LD's case, it was more so that that the person behind the character needed some time away. So, but I'm always willing to bring her back, though. Well, oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Carlos. Well, Buffalo does increase the lead to 7. So this will be a critical possession for Dallas, as a touchdown will tie the game. Well, a touchdown and an extra point will tie the game.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Nice footwork at the 25.
Oh, nice hit, and that's going to result in the 25-yard line to start with.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
Oh, yeah, there's Blade Charge, number 79.
It was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get.
All right, so we have ourselves a 4-3 defense for Buffalo. Anyway, nice hit there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running.
4-yard gain.
You pointed out to me in half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Black with a completion, but not very far. But a 3rd and 3.
Down to the 32, brought down there.
And then Brandon's like, come on, guys.
I think we're on the same page on that.
You know what? That is true. They got to get this. They got to get this next 3rd down conversion, or Dallas could be looking at a potential 2-score deficit here.
From the gun on 3rd down.
And they do get it.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson.
They got it to Ferguson.
7 out of it, and he also gets it first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 43-yard line.
2nd and 6. They run it again with Williams.
Another run and a completion.
Pretty quick burst there as
Or not a completion, but a first down.
To the 46. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it.
Xander. And that was a huge play to get it to the 5-yard line to Flournoy. Now Dallas is at the 5. Let's see if they're going to run a play before the clock goes out. They do.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's caught. And
Well, a catch, but only for 2 yards.
Fourth quarter coming up here.
Actually, I haven't kept track of that, honestly.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Ooh, that's a good question. I want to say
Back
like
now in Buffalo.
3 and 3.
It's the Cowboys in
I know that.
of the football, but they
Let's see.
trail here as we begin
Yeah,
the
3 and 3, and then one of those championships was with you and Azrael on the same team. But then you won 2 by yourself, and then Azrael won 2 by himself. And those last 2 that Azrael won was with the Cowboys. Fakes the handoff, and a touchdown run by Xander Black.
It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Point after try forthcoming. And we are tied here.
And of course, that's the Patty. That's a Patty who kicks the ball for that extra point. So now we have a tie game. However, Buffalo will have possession of the ball. And for Dallas, this is make or break. You got to get the ball. So anyway, there you see Patty at number 18.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
Buffalo gets to the 27.
The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Of course, if you're Buffalo, you want to maintain possession of the ball as much as you can. But you also have to, convert on. But you have to make first downs and Cook was able to get a couple more yards. A 4-yard gain. And obviously, if you're Dallas, you want to stop them. And the sooner that you can stop them, and the further away from the end zone that it happens, the better for Dallas. Although Cook is cooking, and Cook gets it to the 44. First down.
6 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now.
Hands off the ball, another first down, and so far Dallas is giving up some easy runs. I imagine Brandon and the rest of the defense not too happy with giving up back-to-back runs for first downs. So now the Buffalo Bills have an option. Do you keep running for Cook, or do you mix it up? Let's see what happens here. And if you're Dallas, you have to anticipate one of the other. But instead, it's a pass. A 3-yard gain. Now at the 36-yard line, past midfield. There you see Damian Shelley, number 63.
And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And then, of course, you have Brandon Cooks. Another gain of 3, and it's a 3rd and 4. I will say, though, Buffalo doing a great job giving themselves 3rd and short, or 3rd and 5 or less. For Buffalo, depending on what they want to do, they're gonna pass it, and great blocking, although accidentally stepped out of bounds, but nonetheless, though, a first down. And now at the 22-yard line. Of course, that stops the clock, so that'll give some more time either way.
Now Allen again. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Kincaid with a 2-yard gain.
But this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Cowboys' 20-yard line.
Right now, if you're Dallas, I imagine you'd be just as elated to just give up a field goal and be able to take the lead with a touchdown. And another completion to Kincaid, and he gets it to the 3. I gotta say, Dalton Kincaid, anticipated the pass and just
getting down to the good stuff. All time.
Now it's a 2-minute warning.
Remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
They hand it off, and down at the 1. Oh, that was close.
He'll be marked down at the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there.
So now Dallas has to wonder,
Dry up near the goal line.
do you call a timeout to save as much time as you need to?
For a very short pickup.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation here. They hand it off, and it's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ray Davis.
And this is the time of game where
He got just enough to get in.
dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
And of course, Brandon saying, dang it. I understand, man. For Buffalo, they take the lead. And for Dallas, they have 1:32 to go all the way down the field just to tie the game. I imagine Patty's going to kick some people. I mean, if you can kick a ball, if you can kick ass, you can kick a ball. I imagine she'll start kicking people in a moment.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Well, right now it's going to be up to Xander and the offense to tie this game.
So now the Cowboys down 24-17. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a
less than 90 seconds to go. They'll have to start at the 26. Does Dallas?
He'll look to throw.
And that was close. That could have been intercepted. But instead, it's an incompletion. It'll stop the clock, but it's a 2nd and 10.
And here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50. But that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw.
And a completion, but only a 2-yard gain. Yeah, absolutely, that's not going to do it. So a crucial 3rd and 8 that Dallas has to convert. And obviously, if you're Buffalo, you want to stop it. Here we go. And a completion! And this could be, I believe. And it's a touchdown! CeeDee Lamb!
And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
All right, let's see what Dallas does. I imagine they'll go for the tie. But let's see what they do. I'm genuinely curious here. CeeDee had a little lane. And the extra point is good. All right, now it's a tie game. However, there's 51 seconds left on the clock, and Buffalo doesn't even need a touchdown. They just need to. They just need a field goal. They just need to get close enough for a field goal. But if they can get a touchdown, even better for Buffalo. But for Dallas, they want to get a stop and force it to overtime. All right, here we go.
All tied, final minute as it kicks away here.
And taken to the 26. Okay. Well, there you see James Cook III. He's gotten 9 rushes for 97 yards.
You could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen.
Allen with nope, incomplete. Matt Prater wants to try to get to the wants to hope that his team gets to the 47-yard line past midfield. Anyway, 2nd and 10.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10.
Both teams have all their timeouts.
Throwing,
Allen. And a completion to who else? Atticus Black, and a timeout finally used with 40 seconds left. As now Buffalo is at the 42-yard line.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Now Allen.
Allen gets a pass off. Although, unfortunately, that results in a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. To throw is Allen.
Allen. And incomplete.
12 seconds left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on.
Each team has 4 third-down conversions. Let's see if Buffalo can get its 5th. Or if Dallas can finally stop them. Allen. Nope, they do not.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys.
And a timeout used with 2 seconds left. Oh, I see what they're going to do. They're going to try to go for a long field goal. I'll tell you what, though, if Prater can make this, Buffalo will go to the Super Bowl. And if not, we will go to overtime for the first time in the Madden 26 series.
So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater.
Okay, here we go. And a timeout used up by Dallas, looking to ice the kicker.
2 ticks left. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg.
Okay, here we go.
2 seconds on the clock. This for the win.
For the win. And, okay, why is it going so slow?
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And that changes
Let's take a look at that.
Everything here in OT.
Not sure why it was going in slow motion like that. But regardless, it is now a tie game. So I'll be interested to see how the overtime rules work here. So this is new to me. It's tails. Bills elect to receive. Okay. All right. So Buffalo will start with the ball first. And as I remember it, each team gets at least one possession of the ball.
So the Bills going to be the first to get it as we are back underway here in overtime.
And got it to the 26. Okay.
The Bills getting set to go. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
1st and 10 at the 26.
Throwing to start the drive.
And a completion and a first down.
Able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver down?
So for Buffalo,
it's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like
it's going to come down to whether they score a touchdown, a field goal, or they score nothing at all. However, if they do score something, then Dallas has to either match or in the case of a field goal, exceed it. Or if Buffalo gets nothing at all, Dallas just needs to score one score and they win.
Here's 2nd down.
Here we go. Fakes the handoff, and Allen will run it himself, but he only gets 3 yards. However, Dallas was not fooled.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Oh. And a completion to Shakur. And the famous Riley is here. Anyway, how's everything going there, Riley?
That's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And Allen will run it, and he gets, 1 yard short of a first down, but it's a 2nd and 1.
9 yards on the first down, keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Fakes a handoff. And a first down and forced out of bounds.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up.
And, well, this time Dallas anticipated the run, and that was the tackle for loss of. And I got to say, Sly Cooper doing a great job taking charge of the team. So it just goes to show the leadership of Sly Cooper. And a completion and a first down to Cooks.
The tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Allen, and nice play by, I can't see his name. Ravel Jr., if he doesn't get his hand on that ball, there's a good chance that Buffalo could have scored a touchdown right there. But instead, it's a 2nd and 10, incomplete.
Again, a touchdown wouldn't win
At the
it just
16.
yet, but it can give him a big leg up. It's 2nd down.
Buffalo
Allen. Throw left side complete.
with a completion, and that's now a 3rd and 3 at the 9.
Guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So a big play in this opening drive of
Oh yeah, by the way,
overtime.
Riley, you had a match on the last show. I'll probably I'll share with you the video or the what is it, the timestamp of said match, because you had a really great match, by the way, Mr. Riley. Anyway, 1st and goal at the 4, so Buffalo now has a fresh set of downs. And for Dallas,
this drive continues.
Here's Allen.
Allen gets rid of it, and it's caught by who else? Atticus Black. Well, for Dallas, it's pretty simple. They got to score a touchdown. Well, first the extra point is upcoming. But Atticus Black, with all the experience that he's had, I mean, it would be something for the man to, go out on top. Although he did say he was going to stay, so.
Just about every time, I don't care what the coverage is.
Now Prater to add the PAT.
But for Atticus, I mean, this is incredible for him. That is.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So
Well,
that drive, 12 plays.
Well, now it's less about the clock and more about. It's less about the clock and more about Dallas scoring a touchdown with an extra point or a 2-point conversion to go ahead and win. If successful, that is. But anything short of that, and Buffalo will win and go to the Super Bowl. And a takedown at the 26-yard line.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that.
And I have to say, win or lose for Dallas, the fact that they were the fact that they were the number 8 seed, and the fact that they're the lowest seed remaining speaks volumes to the talent that Dallas has, and this could be, I believe, a touchdown. I don't believe this.
Respond with a touchdown of their own, and now decision time. Down by 1 here at OT. As a former DB, you might not.
I don't know how they did this, but Dallas, despite not having the, I mean, they only had one home game, and that was against the Patriots, but really they would go on to upset the Eagles, and, well, let's find out what Dallas is going to do. Are they going to go for it? Or are they just going to play it safe? No, they're going to play it safe, which I don't blame them. And of course, Patty comes in clutch.
They certainly made quick work of that.
Wow, one play, 74 yards. But now, it's pretty simple. The next scorer will win. It is truly sudden death. However, Buffalo will have the ball to go up to. They'll have possession of the ball now, so it's going to be up to Dallas to look to stop them. Now, as far as I remember, as long as it's tied at the end of an OT period, we'll just go to another one. That's all I know. But right now, it's next scorer will win.
Decent return out to the
All right, so the 27-yard line will be the start for Josh Allen.
Now as they get set to take over.
I got to say, this is one of the greatest games I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of great games.
Remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone.
But now it's up to Brandon and Sly Cooper and the rest of the Dallas Cowboys to come up with a turnover, if not a stop.
Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent
But for
job
Buffalo,
through the air.
they just need a score of any kind to win. All right, here we go. First and 10. They hand it off, and okay, well, they get 3 yards on that. Timeout used up. I guess, if you have a timeout, you could use it up to draw something else and to help the players on your team get some air.
Each team's had it in overtime, so next score wins. Here's second down. Now
Allen with... Well, there you see Sean McDermott. I mean, he was the guy that, along with, Josh Allen, oh, nice completion, and just enough for a first down.
Get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
Well, we always hear about the connections.
And a timeout used up by Buffalo.
I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Well, 20 seconds left in this OT period.
Now
Allen. And a sack. Donovan Ezeraku with the sack and doing the dance.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got.
And now it's a 2nd and 19.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here.
All right, so that's the end of the OT period, but it looks like, yep, we're going to have... We have another OT period. Okay, cool. So that just means that we just need one score from either team, and that'll be it. But I have to say, this is one of the greatest games I've ever seen, my friends. So big decision here by Buffalo with a 2nd and 19.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Although I just noticed that Buffalo doesn't have their timeouts anymore. That could be a detriment, but then again, now that the clock is no longer a factor here. And a completion, and wow, what a shoulder tackle. But got 9 yards, so that'll cut the deficit to a 3rd and 9. But for Dallas, if they can get this stop, they'll have a chance. Let's see what happens here.
Here's
Allen, and a completion, and a first down.
He's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30.
Shakur with a catch.
24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it.
Right now, Buffalo is in prime position. The worst thing they could do is turn the ball over in any way, shape, or form. Obviously, if you're Dallas, you want that, but...
They know why they do it for these situations.
And then a run by Buffalo with Cook getting a 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 1.
He's just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it.
And, well, it looks like Buffalo's going to go for the field goal right now. But, of course, Dallas going to try to ice the kicker. It worked before, but I don't know if it's going to work again. And especially as Buffalo's a lot more closer than they were at the end of regulation. Let's see. Yeah, because you have Cooks and Cook, the third. All right.
So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This to win it
for the win.
Overtime.
And it's good. Buffalo has eliminated the Dallas Cowboys 34-31, and they're going to the Super Bowl. And take nothing away from the Dallas Cowboys. They had to play 2 games to get to this point. Of course, Buffalo had the high seed, so they had a first-round bye, but of course they still had to take care of the Miami Dolphins at the time.
So that'll do it.
So regardless of who wins the next game, the Buffalo Bills will have the home field advantage, but I gotta say, congratulations to Atticus Black and the Buffalo Bills. Yep, GG's. Well, and then Xander says, GG Uncle Atticus. Yeah. So now we have to find out who Buffalo's going to take on, whether it's going to be the Bengals or the Steelers. So it's going to be an AFC Super Bowl championship match. It's going to be weird to have that, but hey, we've seen some weird things in the past. Anyway, let's take a look at some stats. I'll go through these really quickly. Player stats. There we go. So Xander had the better game. He had the most yards. Allen had the most completions. And Xander Black had the completion percentage. He had the touchdowns over Josh Allen. And I'm happy that is the case there, Mr. Atticus. Yeah, because Xander Black, Josh Allen, and Ray Davis each had a touchdown. Then, of course, you have Shakur, Atticus, Jake Ferguson, Flournoy, and CeeDee had a little lamb, had a touchdown. And then, oddly enough, only 2 sacks were given up by Deion Dawkins and Tyler Smith. That's a negative stat. A positive stat is a pancake block. A pancake block is where you block somebody so well that the person that you're blocking ends up as flat as a pancake on the ground. And the guy that had the most pancake blocks was David Edwards. No wonder the Buffalo Bills were able to run it down their throats. But of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the 11 total tackles that Kalian Carlson had. Overshone had 2 tackles for loss. He had a couple of sacks there. Incredible. And then, of course, Patty Chase had a field goal. Prater had 2 field goals. And then, of course, Patty had 4 extra points. So she's responsible for 7 points, which is a good thing. No one had to punt. That's always a good thing. But aside from that, congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. But up next, we will have the Bengals and the Steelers going head-to-head in just a moment. So this is a good time for you guys to go get some snacks and stuff like that. Okay. I believe Carlos Larry's in the chat. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong. But let's see. So I just need to get Clinton Flippin, Carol Parks. And by the way, Clinton was the guy that picked you before I could get to Xander or Azrael, since he technically was making the decisions for the last time. before Xander took over. Okay, so let me get Mr. Clinton flip in here. All right, so I got Clinton. Let me get Carol Parks. All right, got that. And then we have Mario Party Brandon. That's another guy that we haven't seen a lot of. Let me get Mr. Mario Party Brandon. And there's Autism Carol. But yeah, you get to be a Bengal. Rawr! Lol. And then let's see. Oh yes. Who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah. So we have Carlos, and then Cherry. Sadly, I don't have a way to contact Cherry aside from just going to her video, but it becomes so cumbersome. It's not even worth it. Anyway, let me just get Brandon Cuevas, Dakota, Goku, Gregory, and Primetime Sean Sanders. So let me get those guys. Yeah, that is true, and you'll have to face them off in Pittsburgh. Though I will say you did upset a highly talented Washington Commanders team. Well, granted, that was before you joined that team, but still. Oh yeah, let me get Mr. Brandon Cuevas. Of course, as far as Sly is concerned, I am happy to say, let me get this here. Yeah. So I look forward to the continuation of the storyline with, Carmelita, Sly, Angela, and of course, Neela and Clockwork, and that storyline. Oh yeah, I was so. Wait, let me go back to. Oh yeah, next up is Gregory Blakely. Mr. Dragonheart. Okay. And then let me get Mr. Primetime. I got to say, you guys did a great job representing the Cowboys. But on the other hand, the the Buffalo Bills are a very talented team, and they're more ahead in terms of in terms of their team. I can't even talk. In terms of their status as a championship contender, they were more closer to it than the Cowboys. But even still, the Cowboys made a game out of it, and they could have just as easily won. They really could have won, and it could have gone either way, really. But it just goes to show one bounce of the ball could be the difference. Anyway, let me get Dakota and Goku, and we'll start. Okay, and then one more person, and oh yeah, and of course, I gotta summon Goku. Yes, you have been summoned. Okay, now that we got that, let's get started. Okay, so the Steelers have the home field, so they'll get that. And we have the Bengals going on the road. Okay. Let me see. Who do we have here? There's Goku. How's it going there, Goku? But yes, you have been summoned. Also, I was going to ask, and of course, there's also Brandon. So, Brandon, being that you're the team captain, and of course, Dakota is also on the show. Let's see. So, Brandon, you're on the Steelers, by the way. Would you like to wear the color black or white? There's a couple of other ones. Oh yeah, let me get my pop out chat. What am I doing? Going through multiple streams. Okay. And then you have this classic one. I'm not sure if you'd want that. Or you can go with the Color Rush, which is mostly black with some yellow, if you want that. Or a 2020s alternate classic, not bad. Or 2017's Color Rush alternate. And then there's whatever this is. Or this one from 2005. Or for their 75th anniversary classic, which not bad, but there you go. Or you can go with the classic home 70s uniforms that they wore, back when they were a dynasty. But yeah, you can go with black or white in terms of their 70s look, Mr. Brandon. And then, of course, you have these ones that was before they became contenders when they were just... Okay, you got it. The current color rush. You got it. Yeah, that's a really good look. Okay, you got it. Okay. And then for the Bengals... But yeah, Dakota, you're going to be one of the men in black. And since Carlos Larry is the only player here, let's go through the uniforms that he can pick. Now, of course, black has already been taken, so you'll have to take anything but black. So you have their white Bengal uniform, but with the orange helmet. So you can go with that one. Oh, well, here's another variation of it. Oh, yeah, and then here's the fully white Tiger outfit, Mr. Carlos Larry. And then here's their orange outfit, so you can go with orange if you want to. Well, there's another one in black. There's one in white, but with the black pants and the stripe. So you can go with the current away option. Or you can go for the mostly orange outfit, so you can go with that. You say the orange? You know what? I'll go with this one. This is a good look. I love it. Yeah, I got to tell you, Dakota, Goku, Brandon, and then Carlos for the other side. You guys are going to be styling and profiling, baby. But yes, best of luck to those involved. Okay, that looks good. All right, cool. All right. May the best team win, and the winner of this will get to face off against the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. And the W, I love it. Thank you so much, dude. Oh yeah, I should probably mention what positions you're going to be playing. For example, so hold that thought. Acrisure Stadium. I'm so used to saying, what? Snoop Dogg? Yo, Snoop Dogg!
As it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis.
I mean, I guess he wants to give the Pittsburgh Steelers some gin and juice, if you know what I mean. But Snoop Dogg, bro, I did not expect Snoop Dogg to be in this. I'm dead serious. Yeah, exactly. Snoop Dogg.
If he's not on the top of his game,
bro,
your team's not going to benefit at all.
Okay, so I'll go over the positions in terms of offense and defense. Now, I'll just go over the kicker and punters. So for the Bengals, which is this young lady right here, Cherry Moy, a.k.a. the Monty Mole Queen. And for Pittsburgh, it is Goku Blue, a punter and kicker. And, of course, leading the way for the Steelers is Brandon Cuevas. And, of course, his prior experience as a quarterback is going to be very helpful, considering the type of team that Cincinnati is. Yep, the Steelers do have a mascot. And I imagine that Spike, Cheyenne, and Brenda are watching along with the Sly Cooper family, or if they're in the suite next to them. Anyway, a run that results in a loss of a yard for Pittsburgh.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz.
Now for Pittsburgh, offensively, you have Brandon Cuevas, and you have at offensive tackle Gregory Blakely. Yeah, I was genuinely surprised to see Snoop Dogg. And a completion. And they get it to 3rd and 2. Okay. Defensively, however, you have Clinton flipping.
Not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive.
Well, defensively for the
Because
Bengals, that is.
you can get
They have
situation,
Clinton
get up to the tight
flipping,
end,
Carroll
now
Parks,
it gives them much better
and Mario
opportunity
Party
to convert on
Brandon.
third down.
On third and short, they'll try and
Brandon
put it up
Cuevas.
in the air.
And a completion,
He's got it. And they're gonna have this across
and they get it to Donkey Kong Metcalf, DK Metcalf.
in search of a short
Yes, there actually is a DK here, and that's DK Metcalf.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right.
Anyway, there's Mario Party Brandon, number
to the other side of the
59.
field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way.
But yeah, Groku, you're on the team of black and gold.
And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And a completion
to Smith.
and a 5-yard gain.
Taking it a little further down inside the 40. Will be a gain of 5. And it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight
I got to say, Goku, you know, on a very serious note, you definitely light up the chat, my friend.
Gain, nonetheless.
In motion left, that's Thielen. On play action.
A play action and a completion
And brought down
to Fryermuth.
inside the 25.
Golden team rules.
First down, his second catch of
Well,
the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working.
Of course, one thing I will say is that Cincinnati's not going to give it up like that.
Charles knocking on the door of the red
I mean, Cincinnati upsetted a very talented Washington Commanders team, as much as the Steelers upsetted the Detroit Lions. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Goku. And then, Murphy's hurt. Murphy's hurt. Oh, that's not good for Cincinnati. I mean, they could ill afford to lose a player here. Well, someone's going to have to step up, and that's what that team is going to have to do.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal.
All right, first and goal at the 6. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get it. And a touchdown! Nice catch there by Donkey Dong. I mean, what? Donkey what? No, Donkey Kong Metcalf. But nice catch by him. Great play there by Brandon Cuevas. I mean, they're continuing the they're continuing the momentum that the Steelers had at the end of the previous game against the Lions. And then, of course, Tendu's having a lull moment. All right, so Pittsburgh takes the lead, 7-0. So now it's up to Cincinnati to respond. Let's see if Carlos and the Bengals will have something to say about it. Now on offense, they have one player, and that man is Carlos Larry. Defensively, however, you have at strong safety, primetime Sean Sanders, and at linebacker, you have Dakota Sheldon. So yeah, Dakota, you get to hit people. Isn't that nice? And one of the people that you could hit is this man, Joe Burrow, number 9. And really, Burrow has...
This young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you could.
I got to say, he did a great job with, leading the Bengals to a Super Bowl at one point. Now, obviously, the competition to get back has been stiff, so it's not like the Cincinnati Bengals are terrible.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Although, going for the long ball! And this could be, I believe, touchdown! Chase Brown ties the game.
And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Well, apparently nobody was able to get to Joe Burrow. I mean, that's really what your function is there, Mr. Carlos Larry. Your job is to protect Joe Burrow. And if you give him enough time, this is exactly what he can do for the Bengals. Great job there by Carlos. And for the defense, not a good look to start out this game, but plenty of time nonetheless.
Now comes the kicking team here.
Okay, so Carlos is, or not Carlos, but rather Brandon's going to go for Carlos to win, or rather him and his team. And after one play, 73 yards, 7 seconds, 007. Da 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 da. I really like the James Bond theme. All right, so we have. So up next is Cherry Moy about to kick off.
Each team has scored 7-7 here.
Kicks it away. Ooh, wow, what a hit. Of course, Goku does have an extra point kicked in. So far, Goku's responsible for 1 point, but it's a big one. Of course, another guy to look out for is Gregory Blakely, number 75, a.k.a. Dragonheart. Yes, Dragonheart is in there, number 75. In 2 different stadiums? Well, yeah, they did play in 2 different stadiums. They played in... I forgot the name of the first one, but the second one was Three River Stadium. And
he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21.
And Osai was able to pick up the run and stop Warren.
Extra DBs on the field, despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
And instead of being a Warren man, it became War and Peace.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration.
Brandon Cuevas about to throw it. He does. And but the guy couldn't hold on to it. Although great play there by Newton.
Bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't.
Obviously, no relation to Wayne Newton.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion.
If you know, you know.
Defenders work on all the time. If you're there.
All right, 3rd and 13 for Pittsburgh.
Work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And Brandon. Well, that is a completion, but it's short by 1 yard. 1 yard.
They do get 12, but they'll be.
You've heard of the longest yard? Well, here's the sequel.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line.
All right, so now we get to see Goku in action as the punter. And of course, Goku shows that, if he can kick butt, he can kick a ball.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their.
Well, now Cincinnati has a chance to take the lead here.
Coaches always say that every play is designed.
Well, Carlos, now you're back inside the game, my friend.
Last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that.
Oh, you did? Oh, I did not know that, Carlos. All right, here we go.
And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They hand it off.
And he's going to get this one across the 30.
And Brown gets it to get a 10-yard run for exactly a first down. Now at the 31.
So many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before.
I'll try to spot where Carlos is for the Bengals. And a completion. And a catch by Brown. 7 yards there. 2nd and 3.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's Burrow.
Burrow with a completion.
It's the first time that they looked his way tonight, and he comes
and a first down.
on the play.
Osivas.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running right, here's Brown.
Brown with the first down. And wow, what a hit.
Before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down.
I got to say, Cincinnati is putting on their A game, and they're going to need to. You know, given that, you know, Cincinnati hasn't really, I guess the best way to say is that Pittsburgh has been, what's the word? Although, wait a minute, Cincinnati busts through, and wow, what a hit onto Brown.
What'll turn out to be the final play of this first.
Historically speaking, the Pittsburgh Steelers have owned the Cincinnati Bengals. I mean, they've owned them for the most part in much of their history. You know, ever since the Bengals came into the league in 1970. You know, they've just been the little brother to Pittsburgh. Well, it looks like the little brother wants to topple the big brother. In other words, David wants to topple Goliath and chop the cherry tree down, brother. But let's see if they can do it. Or if Pittsburgh is going to show why they were always the big brother. Or not, as the Bengals get another touchdown to Mike Gesicki. Oh, Mike Gesicki, sorry. Well, yeah, they were an expansion team in the 60s, and then whereas the Steelers had been they started in I want to say the mid-30s, 1930s. So, you know, Pittsburgh had been around for a long time. You know, before Cincinnati was even a thing. Well, now Cincinnati has the lead. Well, I'll tell you what, the Bengals are not playing like an expansion team, and for the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is nothing new. I mean, they were down by as many as 14 points against the Lions, and yet by the end of the game, they took the lead late in that game and went on to win. So it's not out of the realm of possibility for Pittsburgh to get back in this. Well, no, they didn't. They existed by the time we got to 1976. No, they were part of the expansion class of 76, along with the Seattle Seahawks. But of course, unfortunately for the Buccaneers, they had the winless season, and in fact, I think they had the longest losing streak before they finally got their first win.
So what was the formula that got them down there the first time?
But it just goes to show, you know, you could start at the bottom and ultimately become the top dog. I mean, that's what happened to the Buccaneers in 2002 as well as 2020.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Anyway, nice completion there for a 5-yard gain. Well, if you're Pittsburgh, you got to, I mean, you have to convert on a score here. Even if it's a field goal, if you don't get any points, you're pretty much staring the other end of the barrel. And a no gain.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Crucial third down here for Pittsburgh. They got to get this.
Looking to throw.
And they do get it, and they get a lot more. And finally, DK Metcalf, Donkey Kong Metcalf, finally forced out.
They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And that was a 22-yard gain. That was a great play. I imagine Goku is giving up his, or is distributing his Super Saiyan powers. And then I'm surprised he was able to catch that. but unfortunately only a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Yeah, they were part of the expansion.
Really nice defense on that play.
What's the word?
Pitch and catch was successful.
They were part of the expansion class of 1995, along with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They'll set up to throw.
And a completion and a lot more
And he's got another
by who else? DK Metcalf.
at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
And I gotta say, Goku, that Super Saiyan power was enough to help the Mets, beat the Marlins
Maybe the best of the
in the MLB The Show series.
Another first down.
We'll see if it will be enough for Pittsburgh or if Carlos Larry can utilize the Super Saiyan powers of his own.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down.
And that was a loss of yards.
The completion, but they go
Well, so
in the
far,
wrong direction.
Cincinnati doing a great job slowing down Pittsburgh. They haven't stopped him fully, but they're slowing him down.
Unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage.
And incomplete. Third and 11.
They're putting together a drive here.
So far, the offense out of sync a little bit.
Coverage has been tight all game long.
Great job, though, by the defense. I imagine Carlos is rooting for his guys on defense on the bench, given that he's an offensive player.
They'll set up a throw. He'll try and do this himself.
Although Brandon Cuevas using his prior running back experience to run it down himself and score a touchdown. Brandon Cuevas for the Steelers.
6 yards.
Yes, Brandon Cuevas was a running back, and he used his prior experience to get that.
And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot
Yeah, they
to
had
take off.
Terry Bradshaw, they had Ben Roethlisberger. But ever since then, they haven't really had too many good QBs other than just those two, as those two were responsible for bringing in the Super Bowl championships that Pittsburgh has. They have 6 championships. And of course, Goku comes in clutch like he always does with that extra point. So Goku is responsible for 2 points.
75 yards.
Great job there, Goku.
There in the end to top it off.
Oh, yeah, Cordell Stewart was really good. He really was good. But that's all he was good. He wasn't great. And if he was great, I imagine that Pittsburgh probably could have won a championship if he was great, but unfortunately he wasn't. Which is a shame, really. Yep. And of course, Goku with the stun of shades on. And speaking of Goku, he's going to kick it off. Ooh, nice block, and, well, nice return to the 25-yard line.
The Bengals offensive running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And he has been a big...
Yeah, Chase Brown, that's a guy you got to look out for if you're Pittsburgh. The last thing you want to do is let him get going. So while Pittsburgh has tied the game at 14-14, and, this is looking to be another great game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And a completion and a first down. And just in time for the 2-minute warning.
Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
And then...
And that is incomplete.
Okay, so Carlos Larry is number 68. I just found where Carlos Larry is, number 68.
Was covered, just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. Burrow will throw.
Burrow with a completion
to
to Gesicki but for 5 yards. So now 3rd and 5.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big
And a completion.
In the old days, we wanted them to block.
Now, I mean, a great job there by, yep, there you see Larry, Carlos Larry, number 68. But you got to give credit to him because he's the guy that's protecting.
Call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are.
Like he's on the left of the center, i.e. the guy that starts out with the ball.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one complete to Yoshibas.
Well, they only get 2 yards on that.
And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
2nd down and 8. Now it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Well, Gesicki takes a hit, goes forward a couple more yards, and gets a 3rd and 2 at the 35.
That play from the defensive perspective. What's that? That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Burrow with a completion and a touchdown. The Bengals regain the lead to Andre Iosivas. I think that's how you... Yoshibas. I'm sorry, Yoshibas. Yoshibas with a wonderful catch. I got to say, like, whoever decided to take a flyer on him did a great job because he was able to get himself open. Although you could also credit Carlos for giving Burrow the time to be able to make the play, and that's what happened. Well, game's not over, though. I mean, we still have a whole half left to go, in addition to 56 minutes. Well, here's Cherry Moy.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21-14.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
All right, let's see if Pittsburgh can respond.
And he'll go down.
And they'll start at the 25. Okay.
25-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf, there he is.
And seemingly every time they've looked his way,
81 yards and a touchdown already.
A big play as borne out by the numbers.
Although definitely be on the lookout for Thielen, number 16. Especially as you try to double on DK Metcalf.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone.
Although Brandon going to make a run for it. And of course, he gets a first down. They get all the way to the 41. Do the Steelers, and the coach will call a timeout. Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin is the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the other head coach for Cincinnati, that is Zach Thomas.
They'll look to throw here.
And a completion and a first down. And another timeout used up with 39 seconds left. Pittsburgh looking to tie the game up, if not cut into the lead.
The other day when he was watching the game, he's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Back-to-back good
I mean, really, for Carlos and for Goku, one of you is going to be going to your first Super Bowl. So my question is, what would it mean for either of you to make it to the Super Bowl on your first season? Like for Goku,
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play, or
you know, he's the Super Saiyan, and then Carlos.
This defense, in a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And a nice completion to who else? DK Metcalf. And of course, with 007. Da-dun, da-dun, da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. I'll have to read that in a moment. And a touchdown with 3 seconds left. Jaylen Warren. Did a franchise with any of these teams would be the head coach for it? What? I'm not sure what that was kind of worded really, but anyway, Warren was able to get himself open and score a touchdown with 3 seconds left. Wow. Well, now it's up to Goku to kick an extra point. Although I could go for some noodles next time.
Extra point now by
especially ramen. And no, not the stuff that you get at the grocery store. I mean, like the good stuff.
He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Wow. I gotta say, if the first half is awesome, I can only imagine what the second half is going to be. Because we had a great game the previous game. And already both these teams have 3 touchdowns apiece.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
All right, well, let's see if Cincinnati can...
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle.
Anyway.
As it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
A touchback? I mean, sure. But I'm just talking if I wanted, like, something more hearty. Like, if I wanted, like, was it shrimp or seafood? Like, don't get me wrong. I do like the ramen from the grocery store from time to time. Although Burrow's going to go long. And, nope, dropped it. Although, wait a minute, we got a flag. What's this? Oh, no! Joey Porter Jr. committed a pass interference, and now the Cincinnati Bengals have an untimed play. And Cherry Moy, although wait, we got another roughing the kick, or wow, come on, guys. Well, anyway, the extra, or not the extra kick, the field goal is good for Cincinnati as they'll take a 24-21 lead going into the half. But that's one thing you don't want to do if you're the Steelers, is commit penalties.
All right,
and
Brandon,
just
thanks much.
and cost yourself the game.
From the EA Studios in
Anyway,
Orlando.
so the pros note. Oh yeah, absolutely there, Mr. Goku.
Separating these 2 squads, you have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay. Game. 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 Oh, there we go. I was going to say, please don't do this to me. Well, Cincinnati will have the ball to start the second half, so they can add to the lead. I was going to say, please do not soft lock me again, game.
It's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Well, Cincinnati with a chance to add to the lead. Will he do it? And then, ooh, almost got picked off. Oh, that was so close. It almost got picked off, but it's an incomplete. Wow, that was close.
That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Burrow looking to pass.
Burrow. And I don't know how he was able to catch that, but a great catch by who else?
They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
First down.
Jamar Chase.
14.
And not all spectacular catches.
Then again, that's why he's one of the top guys when it comes to, wide receivers in the league.
No fear there.
He's one of the great ones in the league as a wide receiver. Oh, the fumble!
And it's picked up by the Steelers. Into the 43. So
and of course, Patrick King, or not King, Patrick Queen has now become a king as he was able to recover that ball. Let's take a look. So Queen was able to knock out the ball and then recover it, and now the Pittsburgh Steelers have the ball back.
Start this quarter the right way. Let's try and put some points
oh
on
yes.
the board and create
well,
some space.
oh yeah, I believe you mentioned that before that. Before then, so. But I mean, for Goku, you have to be elated. I mean, I imagine with Goku, you're very happy to see that your team was able to get a stop and get the ball back, or force a turnover. And we'll start at the 43. And a 1st down, and forced out of bounds. And to the 24.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Yeah, and of course for Carlos, he's just telling his team, you got to hold on to the football. I taught him your ways. Or you taught him your ways. And I don't know if you taught this guy, but you inspired Adam Thielen as he gets a touchdown, and I did not even know he could do some moves like that. Anyway, great catch there by Adam Thielen.
Strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they?
So now Pittsburgh takes the lead.
Executed awfully well.
Well, now Goku's going to go up for an extra point. Let's see if he can get it.
Boswell for the extra point.
All right, here we go. And make that 4 extra points. Your powers are very strong. Oh, you know what? I may as well mention this while I have a chance, Goku, and that is on Saturday, I'm happy to tell you that you're going to be featured in the King of the Ring tournament. You made it to the Elite 8, and from there we'll find out whether you get to become the King of the Ring. I mean, you have some tough competition. You have, like, Jamar, you have Captain Danger, Clockwork, Xander Black, myself, and Spike Ryan. But yeah, you made it to the Elite 8, my friend.
You got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times.
W, awesome. Well, now it's up to Cincinnati to get a touchdown. Of course, a field goal will cut it to 1, but I imagine they want to take the lead here. They'll go for a run and get only 3 yards.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Awesome. I do want to, what is it?
Do you stay with him or do you put him in the dog? This is definitely a short
I do want to be part of the Splatfest. I haven't had much time to practice, if not for the fact that I've had a lot of work to get through, man. I got to say, work has been a drag.
Well, they've had success getting the ball.
I mean, then again, what am I saying? I mean, it's so bad that it's kind of a drag. Da, 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 da. It really is kind of a drag.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Burrow with a completion and just enough for a first down, although we have a we got an injury coming up. What's this? Oh no, I believe that's Brown. Yeah, that's another guy you didn't want to you didn't want to lose if you're Cincinnati. But somehow you just have to make do with what you have. And okay, can we get somebody to get that guy out of the way, please?
So here's
all right, there we go.
10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow.
A play fake and a first down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Yeah, no, you were close to the final 8. It's just sad though that you ended up losing to Goku. Otherwise, you would have been in the final 8. Although, I will say this though: if you remember, on the last show in the last match, you did pin the champion Dakota. And while it wasn't enough to get you a shot at the world title, it was, however, enough to get you a shot at the Mushroom Kingdom Championship. So that's something to that's something there. Or actually, let me check again, just so I'm not speaking out of myself here. Yeah, you'll be facing off for the Mushroom Kingdom Championship, especially after that win against Dakota. And oddly enough, another guy that's going to get a shot at it is none other than your brother, Goku Blue.
Guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And a completion and a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first
12
down.
yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 17. 2 minutes, or now less than 2 minutes to go in the third.
Very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Burrow, well, he got the throw off, but he got hit as he threw, and that was an incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
And then, well, he got sacked. And look at the little dance.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game.
And I can't see his name.
All about the offense so far this drive.
Oh, that was Highsmith who got the sack.
They responded on that play.
Well, great play there by Highsmith for Pittsburgh to get a sack. If nothing else, that's going to slow down Cincinnati without question. Of course, my line cracks. Oh, there's Clinton. So there you see Clinton's Warp Productions, the guy that's in charge of the Cincinnati Bengals. And, well, they get to a 4th and 11, but let's find out if they're going to go for it or if they're just going to take the field goal and cut it to a 1-point lead. Oh, not a problem, Clinton. Well, hey, I'm happy that it worked out because, well, the other game took place before, and it lasted overtime.
And this one is right through.
All right, so nice kick there by Cherry Moy to cut it to a 1-point lead. What? I got raided. Yoshi Waluigi raid? I'm not sure who's in charge, but I have Savvy and wait, Goku, you were part of this? And Gamer Wiz. And Griffin and Rob. By the way, Rob, your boy Goku is in this game, as is your friend Carlos. So it's Griffin and Savvy are the leaders. Nice. Well, thank you, Griffin and Savvy. And I like how Savvy said that he and Griffin were in charge. Griffin said that he and Savvy were in charge. And then Rob says that Griffin and Savvy are in charge, so that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and also thank you for sharing the links to Savvy and Griffin. And whoa, nice stop there by Cincinnati. They're going to need that if they're going to get the ball back. You just finished the finale on Mario Party 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did. But yeah, Goku, I should mention that Goku's part of the team in black and gold. And an incompletion. Whereas your friend Carlos is on the other team, the team of the team in orange.
Percentage completion wise, way up, not that time.
And you know what?
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Oh yeah, there we go. And now Brandon is just going to run it himself. And that's a 4th and 10.
But it also brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time.
And then Dakota says, "Hi, Rob and Griffin Gamer." Riley says, "Hi, Rob, Griffin, and Savvy." Yeah, you have two members of the. Oh, and by the way, your brother Star, he was around for what was his game, the game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills, and he was part of the Bills.
We've got a dandy here, a 1-point game as we begin the fourth.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, DK. And it's also kind of funny because there's actually a player. I'm dead serious. There's a player on Pittsburgh by the name of DK Metcalf. I am not joking. Anyway, Goku kicks it away. He's a punter. He's the guy that kicks the football. Well, Cincinnati will now have the ball at the 34, and we'll have a chance to take the lead here. Wow. Oh, wow. Meant to be. Oh, okay. See, I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure if you knew. Because not everybody knows, so I didn't want to assume that you knew. But, yeah, he's... But, yeah, Donkey Kong... Wait, what? Is on the Pittsburgh Steelers. A jet sweep, but unfortunately the jet sweep was, unfortunately for Cincinnati, they didn't get fooled again. Like this for your wide receiver, they can hit big or they can be duds. Yeah, exactly.
Because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case,
and well, a completion of 3 yards, but a 3rd and 9 coming up. And for Cincinnati, this is critical. They got to make this.
Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Oh, yeah, and Dakota Sheldon's also in the game, part of Pittsburgh, number 52. And he's going to go long! Oh! Not a bad try, but incomplete. Oh, yeah, like, bro, I follow the Raiders, too, mainly for the fact that they were in Oakland. you know, long before they were in Las Vegas. So, so I still have my Oakland Raiders shirt from back in the day, my friend.
Looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That's
well,
all the way into the end zone.
So Pittsburgh will go to the 20, and for Pittsburgh, I mean, they're up by 1. They just have to run the clock down, but they also have to get first downs as well. But for Cincinnati, they got to get a stop somehow, some way. Clinton Flippin is number 95, the captain of the team.
Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Ooh, nice run there by Warren, and he gets 8 yards on it. Oh yeah, and by the way, this is Clinton's Warped Productions. You can check out his channel. So, hang on, let me do this here. Hang on.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this.
But yeah, Clinton has his own show. But I will warn you, it is not PG. So if you can stomach anything past a PG-13, then you should be able to enjoy his content. And by that I mean Clinton. Oh, what? Wait, did you?
And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you, Rob. I mean, you didn't have to do that, but I appreciate that, dude. They got to run a play. And unfortunately, that's a delay of game against Pittsburgh. The last thing you wanted to do was do that.
That flag, that'll push him back.
But yeah, just so you know, like, not PG, but if you can stomach it, you can check him out.
Now, 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
But you could also check out Rob Gamer. You could also check out Savvy.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
And of course Griffin Gamer, you know, because those guys are cool like that. And then when you add in Dakota Sheldon, who is at close to, if not at or over 2,000 subscribers himself, I mean that's another juggernaut that you have. But then also you could check out Goku Blue, in that he just started streaming himself. So if you want to check out Goku and what he can do, go for it. A completion and a timeout used up by Cincinnati. Okay, cool. Awesome there, Mr. DK guy.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Rob, you are on fire, baby. I say baby a lot. Wait, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun.
In motion, the tight end. Here's one.
Da, da. Yeah, I had to do the sound effect myself, so there you go. Yep, nice, baby. Although not so much if your name is Clinton Flippin.
Left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Right now, Pittsburgh's still trying to run out the clock, but they still have. I mean, Cincinnati used up all their timeouts. Right now, Cincinnati desperately needs to find a way to get that ball back. Well, it's completed. Not a first down, but a 3rd and 1.
Let's make this one simple.
Although I believe that forced him out of bounds, so that stopped the clock, actually.
Feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, but on the other hand, it's not like you've never won anything. I mean, you won championships with Denver, and then you also won one with the Cowboys at one point.
But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah, that is true, Mr. DK. Although it's also just as fulfilling to see teams that hadn't won, like the New York Knicks in basketball.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Because, of course, the Knicks won a championship after over, 53, 54 years.
They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Oh, yeah, and then, of course, the Detroit Lions, I believe, also have the longest drought since winning a championship. And a 4th down conversion, and that might just do it. So now Pittsburgh can just run out the clock. But I got to give credit to Pittsburgh because once again, there were, Cincinnati was up by as many as 7, but Pittsburgh never gave up. It's just like the Super Saiyan that Goku is. He was able to will his team to make the comeback once again. But take nothing away from Clinton. Because, like I said, it's not like he's never won a championship. And that, oh no. Please tell me that it's not doing the same for everybody else. Well, anyway, that's the end of the game. And the Steelers are going to the Super Bowl, and they will go head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Yes, the Buffalo Bills actually beat the Cowboys, if you can believe it or not.
Tough one for them to carry home.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis.
So you'll get to see. Yeah. So you'll get to see Goku Blue and the Steelers go head to head with of all the people that are on the Buffalo Bills, Star Gamer. Yes, Star Gamer made it to the Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills. So who's going to win that first championship? Will it be Star Gamer? Or will it be Goku Blue? And then, of course, Brandon Cuevas is also a former champion. He's won Super Bowls before, so for him, it's nothing new. He's done it before. Anyway, I'll go through these stats really quickly. Brandon Cuevas had the slightly better game, but both guys had a great game. Pretty standard by both these guys' standards. And then, of course, Brandon Cuevas had a rushing touchdown. And then, of course, we have, DK Metcalf with a touchdown. Actually, there's a couple of guys that had a touchdown. That's insane. Lots of points to go around. And if you like pancakes, you'll like Mason McCormick because he had 3 pancake blocks. For those who are new, a pancake block is where you block somebody so effectively that the guy that you block, or the person that you block, ends up on their back flat like a pancake. And that's a positive stat, by the way. So, yeah, pancakes for everybody. Oh, and then, of course, you have Patrick Queen with the forced fumble and the fumble recovery, though. Yeah, I could see that. But in this case, it just worked out like that, Mr. DK. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills and the Steelers, that's going to be a great game. Anyway, there's our old friend, the Monty Mole Queen, Cherry, with 2 field goals. Anyway, and then, of course, there's our boy, Goku Blue, with 2 punts, 89 yards. That's pretty good. Pancakes. Okay, I better stop before I make you guys hungry. But then again, I already ate, so it's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna look to have this done on. Let me see. Let me also make sure okay. So either I'm looking at July 12th to host the Madden Super Bowl. So I'll do that on July 12th. And of course, one of the big differences of that game is that the game per quarter is going to be at 10 minutes instead of 5. But it's one game, and it's a big one. So I look forward to the Buffalo Bills and Steelers. And and also, by the way, I did get your name down there, Mr. Clinton, for the hockey series. So I got you there. Let me see. Do I have you? Yeah, I have you for the Madden series too. But until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22. And I will see you guys next time. Let me check out and see who's available to be rated as well. Because I want to say thank you to Savvy and Griffin, but also to Rob, because I imagine Rob was every bit as responsible for the rate. So I want to say thank you to him as well. Okay, I see Cobra. And then, there's Bob Ross, but then again, he's Bob Ross. Like really? So yeah, the only person that is live now is Cobra, and I know that he's a friend of Rob and Griffin Gamers and Savvy. So I have enough time to raid, so let's do that. All right, so now I'm not sure if Savvy's still here. Let's come up with a hashtag here. But what? Oh yeah. Oh, I got it. Oh, Yoshi. Oh yeah, that's actually not a bad one. I was also going to include Rob too, but I forgot. What, like, Rob. Who's your main among Mario characters? Obviously, mine is Toad, but I just wanted to add one more character. Because you are cool like that. I know that you like Peach, and I also know that you like Mario and Donkey Kong. But let's see what Rob says. Or maybe Bowser, since Griffin is part of the show. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? You know what? I'll go with Mario for this one. There we go. I got to give credit to if I can there we go. I was trying to copy the hashtag on my end. Okay, so let me give you guys the link. There we go. So let me give you guys the link to Cobra's show. I know that's a big hashtag, but hey, we had one raid here, and we're going to have another raid going over there. So there's Cobra's channel, or rather his video. So until then, I will see you guys tomorrow for the Splatfest. I'll try to get as much practice, but all I will say is that I am on team Technique, and of course Rob Gamer and several others are going to be on Team Power, among others. So until then, I'll see you over at Cobra. If not, I'll see you tomorrow, and if not, I'll see you on Saturday. Peace out, everybody. All right. Absolutely. Best of luck to all teams. Absolutely, Rob. Okay.